Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, warshippers of all ages, welcome to day 5 of King of the Sea here on North America. We are now at the top of the winners bracket. These are the last 2 undefeated teams in the North American bracket. You are looking at ELSR and the current reigning Kings of the Sea here on North America. That is KSC. Spawning here into Sleeping Giant, ELSR and the green Zap. Talk to me about the ELSR lineup.
So I want to highlight immediately, we get to see our first Burgon of the weekend, and I'm
Indeed.
really excited about that. He's got a typical gun-focused build there, and then we've got ourselves a Montana Sniper Spec, a Marseille, 2 Marseilles actually, one with reload, the second with reload as well. We've got ourselves a legendary Moskva in front of him. Heading towards the A side is a Torpedo Spec Smoke Yu Yang. We've got a Ragnar going in the middle with gun range. Another radar. Radar Torpedo Spec Yu Yang. And there's that Delny that everybody was hoping to see heading towards the sea cap with a gun build. What's KSC bringing to the south, sir?
KSC opting for a lineup we've seen them field very similar before here. We're looking at Well Done's Ohio with a fairly standard, actually fairly heavily secondary kind of focused build there. Pikachu's Vermont with the same build he's been running most of the weekend that we have noticed. Out here in the mid, we have King Viper's Yu Yang, full torpedo and radar as sort of quote unquote as expected. Over here on the eastern flank, Hitachi's Brisbane playing behind Raiden's Yu Yang. Should be a smoke Yu Yang. Yes, it is. Not unexpected there. And then KSC going very heavy over here on the western flank. Warped Chaos's Salem with a fairly standard reload build there. Fronted by Quicksilver's Stalingrad, an RPF build there, along with gun reload. Sate's Harugamo with the 420 Blaze It All Smoke, as Zath likes to say.
Yeah.
And Storm's Moskva, a unique upgrade Moskva there headed for the Titan position over at A. Now, already, Zath, you notice when you look at the lineups, a bit of a philosophical difference between these two teams because ELSR are fielding a 4 destroyer lineup versus only the 3 that KSC is fielding.
Right, and also the fact that ELSR is bringing the 2 Marseilles versus a more kind of traditional comp that KSC is bringing. Reminder, guys, KSC banning Kleber and ELSR banning Des Moines. So shots being fired already on the Delny all the way over on the 10 line there.
But it's not, as I look at this, Zath, it's not just the Marseille. It's a double Marseille and a Bourgogne. These guys clearly going to be working as a unit here as they push all the way to the 1 line. I assume that the turn south will begin momentarily, but man, that's a lot of deep water torpedoes coming in.
Yeah, so it's going to be questionable if they're going to turn south first. Nope. Or if they're going to turn north first. Looks like they're going to go south. I saw yesterday that loop game, MHG, they originally, Epoxy did a turn out and then moved south to try to fake out MHG. They didn't take the bait, though.
Is he setting up the double 12-kilometer radars here on the south side of Thunderdome?
This speaks to how much you and I both cast King of the Sea together. Like, I was just about to say the same thing.
We've been doing this a long time, my friend, a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Salem Harugamo playing wide for KSC, sort of mirrored by Professor Luger's Yu Yang. ELSR, Zath, they seem to be putting all of their eggs in this 10-line push. Am I reading the map correctly? At least it feels that way to me.
Yes, I think you are reading the map correctly. I had mentioned at the start the idea of the maneuver and then how to swing together. Look at ELSR's Moskva that I believe is currently radaring. Yes, that's Hu Tao. And the thing about his position is he's set to go forward and kind of swing with everybody else in a line through the B cap. At least I have a feeling that's what they're planning on doing. We'll see what happens in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Now, Hitachi's Brisbane, I don't think was a torpedo build. No. So that's the sort of thing that, man, you kind of wish you wish you did have right now. KSC, I think, starting to realize what they're up against. They can see the Marseille of Apex and Bocci's Bourgogne over here. They know the Delny's here. They've spotted him on radar and beat him up with a little bit of fire between now and then. Now Quincy's Ragnar trying to pick up B.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other Marseille too. Steven's Marseille was detected earlier.
Yeah, they know those guys are over there.
Yep. So we have a bit of a destroyer staring contest going down right now as
Does
Viper is forced forward.
does this feel a little bit to you like remember once upon a time, Zath, you and I used to call games with the big wall of steel, right? The line of Stalingrads and Moskvas moving across the map. When you
Mm.
see when you see this kind of Burgonia Marseille push, do you get kind of the same sense, the same feeling?
Yes, it's the wall of Franche as Circin Rin
Oh, ho,
Delny.
ho.
Oh, catastrophic hits there.
Oh,
Goes
wow.
down
Turning into
to
the
the
Brisbane
Brisbane Torps.
Torps almost the exact same instant that Stevens Marseille takes a big hit. I think, yeah, that has to have been from Pikachu's Vermont. I don't think there's any way that Well Done could have made that shot at 30 something kilometers.
Yeah, oof. So that's gonna slow down Elser's push
Yeah,
quite
I'm
a
afraid so.
bit. Quite a bit. Now the big question then is what do you do if you're KSC at this point?
Well,
Obviously, you haven't won the game yet.
oh, not remotely. Pikachu getting heavily focused. He's burning through one of his heals. He's got several to go still, but he's already half HP, and it's not like he can escape this French push on, 25 knots or whatever Vermont has. It's bad.
You got the slowest ship in this game being chased by the fastest ships in this game.
You pretty much nailed it right there.
Uh-oh. 42
Still
seconds left on his DCP.
Still trying to keep Quincy from capping B. They're not going to manage it this time, and I think King Viper is going to go out here, getting tag teamed by 2 destroyers. He can't escape Little Busters' Yang, and now the Marseilles are chiming in.
Yeah, and that's going to be crucial because it might even give Pikachu a chance to live. But I'm sure they're like, yeah, we'll just finish him later. No big deal. I agree with going after
Viper
Viper
basically
first.
just stopping, trying to get what damage he can on Little Busters, knowing he's dead, trying to trade his ship as dearly as possible.
Mm-hmm. And vomiting as many deep waters as
He
possible in the
literally just
process.
vomited as many deep water torpedoes as he could, and some of them went by Busters, so there's at least the inkling that those are out there. Pikachu does manage to get away and go dark on about 30,000 HP down here.
No, he's lit again. I think he fired just now.
Now, KSC, I think, has finally realized that sitting around the ACAP was not going to be their way to victory. They've pushed through now. Well done, Warp Chaos, Sate moving directly up the 1-2 line. The Moskva Storm holding, but Quicksilver slashes Stalingrad turning around to go try and blunt this push coming down the 10 line.
And that's what I was mentioning earlier. When the Delny's gone, KSC's got to think, all right, we've won the A cap. Where do we go next?
Yep.
On this particular map, I have seen nothing but failure out of ships that go into the Thunderdome.
Yep.
So you notice how KSC's like, nope, we're not touching that. That's like the new Bermuda Triangle.
With no cap there, what's the advantage? Why trap yourself in there, right?
Right. If you
Oof.
need to shoot the other side of the map, perhaps, but that's about it.
Big hits from Stevens Marseille here on Quicksilver Stalingrad. The Stalin turning into these deepwater torps he can't possibly know are here because, of course, Stalin doesn't have access to hydro.
Yeah, feels bad. There's a torpedo
he's going to
hit,
take
and
one in the
there's
stern,
more.
way more coming in. This is probably the end of Quicksilver, or at least it's going to really hurt the Burgonia APs coming in now. I'm sure Apex is Marseille. There's more AP. Oof.
Speed up into 2 torpedoes and
two
gone.
more, and there he goes.
So literally, KSC just rotated him and lost him.
Yep.
Right away.
Unfortunate, you're bringing back a ship with no hydro into torpedoes that he barely can detect, and that's what makes a huge difference right there because he takes 3 of them. 9 minutes gone. It's a 250-point lead and growing for ELSR on the strength of their cap advantage and early kills. KSC not out of this yet, though. They've probably got the opportunity to pick up some kills of their own if they continue to make smart plays and pushes. I want to believe up this 1-2 line, but man, I don't know. Where are you gonna get them?
Well, Hutal just radared. Sate has been detected in the Haragumas. They're trying to get him closer. The question is, how is Well Done's Ohio going to fare? We have some sustained fire on him now. He's been forced to turn back around. I'm sure he knows there's deep water torpedoes coming his way from Luger's Yu Yang.
I will say that the Brisbane and the Yang over here playing the bottom end of the map for KSC have been doing a really good job of at least whittling down these French ships, right? Both Marseilles have taken a noteworthy amount of damage and are burned through at least 2 heals. In fact, Steven is down to his last one. It's 70 seconds away when he finally gets around to it.
Well, and the other thing that's worth of note too is they kited to the corner, and they didn't go all the way with Pikachu. They
Hmm.
actually turned around.
Nope.
And you can see ELSR saying, "You know what? We don't really want any of this."
Well, there's no need for them to keep pushing. This is one thing that I think we sometimes don't see out of teams that execute pushes like this, which is when do I stop? ESLR,
Well,
ELSR achieved their goal here, right? They picked up a kill. They have solid control with the B cap and or the C cap. No one's going to get into B with Hutao's Moskva there. So, and they have a 300-point lead. Why keep pushing? There's no need.
mm, I think the crucial difference, and this might be, we'll find out in 9 minutes, but I think the crucial fact here is that Pikachu survived. He's back at 53,500 hit points with another heal, last one at the ready. So, unfortunately,
Well,
that death of King Viper's Yu Yang allows Pikachu to still be in this game.
it's only going to matter if they can keep him alive now. If his guns become impactful, Hataki's
Mhm.
Brisbane picking up little busters now on radar. Shogun's going to pitch in here. They need to convert this kill while they can see busters, but they're barely even touching him here.
And while that's going on, Sates up to the north and Warp Chaos have been detected all the way up at the B12 area, and shells are coming in on both of them. If Saint goes down, that blunts KSC's attempt to push around this corner.
State's dark for the moment as Warped Chaos's radar is picking up Professor Luger's Yang. Luger
Hmm.
wandering within. Oh my God, Sate just getting
Wow,
hammered right there. At the same time, on the other side of the map, Hataki goes down to a Marseille salvo.
that's right. Sate's in trouble.
He's on 100
There he goes.
HP. Now, he wasn't lit back there. How did they find him?
He was lit.
Oh, he must have fired his guns or
He
something.
fired his guns.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
he
you go.
was
'Cause I
trying
say
to
he
kill
wasn't
the
on
Yu
radar.
Yang. He was
Okay.
trying to kill Luger. And now Warp Chaos is going to take a deep water torpedo for his trouble.
Yep. It's pretty much all over here, Zath. I mean, there's just no way for KSC to get back into this now.
Well,
I
maybe.
mean, how are you going to do it? Tell me. You've got 30 seconds. Make the call.
uh, everybody hit W.
There you go. Sure.
That's right. That's right.
They managed to keep Pikachu alive, but ELSR pushed his guns out of the fight for so long
Hmm.
that he's just now starting to kind of get back to relevance, and he can't see anything.
Yeah. Pikachu, I think, cut it away a little bit too far there and allowed essentially for the that smoke screen combo of the Brizzy and the Yu Yang to get themselves, focused.
Mm,
Eventually, Brizzy goes down, and there's game one.
wow. Solid win from ELSR, Zath. That heavy French push doing what it needed, getting up that early lead, and then all they have to do is keep those ships alive. And it's not easy to kill a Marseille if he doesn't make a mistake.
Right, you are, Raptor. Well, let's head back to the studio and see what our awesome hosts have to say.
Indeed, let's kick it back.